Alright, welcome back, guys. We got our hacking machine running perfectly on the virtual machine. Now it is ready to use. Before that, we need to make sure that our operating system is running perfectly. For that, we need to do some checks. And this comes under our lecture 7. If your system is in full screen mode, in previous tutorial we have seen how to maximize the window. Now again minimize the screen and maximize it once again. Hope that your operating system is working perfectly. Don't worry about that. Now we are going to install VirtualBox Guest Editions. In the previous version of Kali Linux, we have to install this Guest Editions from scratch. But now in the updated versions, there is no need to install from scratch. Just we are going to download it from top taskbar. Because in the previous lecture, we have seen that there is a process which installs required components. First, we need to go up here and click on devices and navigate down to insert guest edition CD image and click on that. They should get imported and in just a few seconds you can find this disk like image on your screen. When you double click on it, it will show you a bunch of files and directories. Don't worry, it is not necessary for us to know about each of these files and what do they do. Only thing we have to remember the path where these files are. Up here we can see that these files are located at /media/cd-rom 0. So let us copy this. If we right click on it and copy, this is the fun part now and also the major part too. Now we are going to open up the terminal. Terminal is something that we are going to use for the entire course. It is the important tool we need to master as a hacker. But for now, follow the things what I do. For this, go to the desktop, right click here and click on open terminal. And it will open this window where we can execute our commands. Again, terminal is the important tool to be a master. We are going to cover this in detail in the next lecture. But for as of now, we need to install VirtualBox Guest Editions. First thing we want to do is we have to navigate to the path that we have copied. For that, using terminal type cd. This cd command stands for changing directory. You can see that we are currently on the desktop directory here. To change directory, we typed the cd command and paste the path that we have copied. For that, right click and paste. Press enter. Now you will see that in the next line, you will be changing directory to the desired folder. Now to list all the files inside this directory, we need to type another command which is called ls. If I press here enter, it will show bunch of the files which are located in the current directory. These files are all the files once we saw when we open VirtualBox Guest Editions. Right now, they are just shown inside of our terminal. Out of all these files, we have to run one file. Can you guess what it is? We can't run .exe files because it is for Windows. Like now, we are on Linux. We are not able to run .exe files. However, we are gonna run this VirtualBox Linux editions.run. If you guess this one, congrats. To run this, we can use a command sh. VirtualBox Linux editions.run. We will learn what sh is in the next lecture. But for now, when we press enter, this program must be run with administrator privileges. About thing. Now, don't think about this and run following command. Sudo sh virtualbox linux editions.run. If you press enter here, you should get a prompt like this, asking you for your password. Then type it. Keep in mind when you are typing, you are not able to see the password. Don't think that you are not typing. You're typing but it doesn't show anything inside the terminal. Once you type the password, click enter and it will ask us, do you want to continue with the installation? We have to specify yes and enter. Then it will start the process of installing. VirtualBox guest additions. You will notice this process takes place automatically. You should not to do anything anymore, anyone. And don't worry if you are not able to understand any part of this installation. We will learn all these commands later on. And this installation right here takes a 1 or 2 minutes. So just wait for it to do. Okay, it has finished. Here it tells us running kernel modules will not be replaced until the system is restarted. It simply means that this installation will not have any effect until the restart of our machine. So there is two ways to restart the machine. You can do it by clicking on the top right corner and restart, but we are going to follow the cool way using terminal. Type reboot in the terminal. It will say command not found. Then what we have to do? We have to type sudo reboot. Press enter. Then it will restart the machine for us with a single command that we have typed in the terminal. Now we have to perform the second check. The second check is the internet connection. So we want to see whether we can access the internet. To check that, we are going to use our terminal once again and we will try to ping Google. So open the terminal. If we receive the packets back from Google, that means we can access the internet. So let's check it out. pinggoogle.com. Here it is. We are getting responses back. So we can access the internet. To stop this, we must press Ctrl C, even though we can access the internet. Here I want to point out one thing. If we go to settings of our virtual machine, we select the virtual machine and navigate to the settings. And from the settings, navigate to network settings. Then we will notice that we are attached to NAT. What NAT means is network address translation. This means that the IP address of the Kali Linux machine was given by a virtual box. So if I go to my Kali Linux and type sudo ifconfig and press enter. Enter my password and enter. Here we see that I have got my IP address. And this is the IP address given by our virtual box. But this makes a problem. We want to receive our IP address from DHCP or from our router. For that, again we have to go to the network settings and switch from NAT to bridged adapter. It will automatically set my name to this. If you are connecting cable connection, click on advanced and check cable connected or not. Once you do, click on OK. Now after that, when you go to terminal and type the same command sudo ifconfig. Now it changes the IP address. Keep in mind that it may change for some people. So now here in this lecture we have performed some checks. In next lecture we are gonna work on some commands.